talk about tapping into your sexy, because EFT and feeling good, they go together. And it allows you to remove anything that is getting in the way of you feeling sexy, feeling good, feeling passionate about life. It's not just about, when we're talking about, you know, let's get it on kind of sexiness, we're talking about just emitting an amazing feeling of just sexiness, right? Everything just feels good, you know, colors are vibrant, and you love life. Life is sexy. It is a turn on. It is a turn on to wake up every single day and to truly enjoy and experience life in the way that you truly want to. I suppose I will just go through the reason why I think EFT makes me feel more sexy, and then you can take it on board and you can use it in your life. And I will use EFT and tapping interchangeably, okay, because they are the same thing basically. When I'm tapping into my sexy, I am just gonna get real quiet, really feel the embodiment of my feminine energy, try and feel my energetic space around me, and then I am going to decide that I am sexy as all hell, and that I turn up to everything in my life in the same damn way that I would if I was doing the washing up, pointing towards my kitchen right now, driving my kid to school, or going out on a date. I'm sexy, right? So let's do a little bit of tapping. You can start to feel sexy, and then we can discuss a little bit more about how that's made my life so much better. Before you're going to tap in that sexy, if you're listening to me right now and you're thinking, Starla, seriously, I feel like the most unsexiest human being on the planet, then we are going to do maybe a SUDS rating, a 0 to 10. How strongly does that feel for you? You're going to work that out for yourself. 10 being, I feel like the most unsexiest person on the planet, and like the idea is ludicrous that I could ever feel sexy, and 0 being, yeah, I'm good, I've got this. So wherever you're at, if you're on a 0, you're not going to do this. If you're on a 10, you're on a 5, even if you're on a 3, do that. So let's do that right now. Let's do that together. Whether you're listening to this on a podcast, you're watching it on the vlog, or you're watching it on my YouTube channel, wherever you are right now, we can do this together. Okay, so we're going to start on the karate chop point. Start tapping and just follow along with me. Even though I do not feel sexy right now. In fact, I feel like the least sexy person on the planet right now. The idea that I could ever feel sexy is so far beyond me, I can't even go there. I deeply and completely love, accept, and empower myself. Even though the very thought of calling myself sexy turns my stomach upside down. I've never heard anything more ludicrous in my life, Starla. I deeply and completely love, accept, and empower myself. Even though thinking about me being sexy, someone calling me sexy, feeling sexy, feels like it is an absolute impossibility. I deeply and completely love, accept, and empower myself. I do not feel sexy. I do not feel sexy. I do not feel sexy. I don't understand how to feel sexy. The idea of feeling sexy is just like, to me. The very idea that anyone could find me sexy is just ridiculous. I do not feel sexy at all. I do not feel sexy at all. Okay, now stop tapping and take a deep breath and hold at the top. Slowly exhale. So at this point, you should feel that whoosh, that calm, that balance start to come in, disassociating you from how strongly it felt before that you are not sexy, that you do not feel sexy. Now, if you are still feeling like your numbers are like, you know, a 3, a 5, a 6, maybe even still a 10, repeat this part of the video. Go back, do it at least 3 times. Get yourself as low as you can. Do about 3. Don't do any more than that, because then you're just going to be getting tired and there's going to be all sorts of other anxieties that may come into play, and we don't want that right now. If you're good to go, we're about to tap that sexy in. So we're just going to start on the eyebrow point and just follow along with me. I have a secret. And nobody knows this secret. I know about my inner sexy. I can feel my inner sexy. I do not need anyone to tell me I'm sexy, because I know I'm sexy. And it's not about how I look. And it's not about what I wear. It is simply the fact that I just know I'm sexy. I'm stepping into my goddess energy right now. And a goddess is absolutely sexy. Like, come on. Imagine a goddess not being sexy. I'm a goddess. And I'm sexy. And the moment I start to feel sexy, what happens? Other people find me sexy too. Oh, I'm tapping into that confidence right now. I can feel it. I can feel it through me. I can feel that this is what it's about. It's about me feeling good about myself. And I'm sexy. And I don't have to convince anybody that I'm sexy, because I know I'm just goddamn sexy. And even though I might sometimes question that, and maybe sometimes I need to double down on how good I feel, sometimes I need to be more self-compassionate. And sometimes I just need to give myself more me time. Sometimes I need to go within more and I need to meditate. I need to journal, do something for myself. Sometimes I just need to stop and do more EFT, more tapping. But the truth of the fact is that I am a sexy woman. I am a sexy, vibrant, passionate energy. And my energy is completely unmatched because it is mine. So I'm gonna flirt with myself whenever I want to. And I'm gonna flirt with the universe every single goddamn day. Because I'm hot. And I'm ready for life. I am making love to life. And it is making love to me. And I don't need to be in a relationship to feel sexy. Although when I do get into a relationship, or if you're currently in a relationship, or in my relationship, I feel even more sexy because my partner is always telling me that I'm sexy. My partner feels how sexy I am because I am unapologetic about it. And it does not mean that I have this big head about myself. It does not mean that I feel prettier than anyone else. It does not mean that I feel sexier than anyone else. I'm not in competition with anyone else because I know how sexy I am. So therefore, sometimes I just literally just keep it to myself. It's just part of who I am. I am a big ball of sexy energy. And it feels really good to be this way. And the best thing about it is that it makes other people feel good about themselves too. Because when I shine bright, the people around me shine brighter too. So it's important for me to feel sexy all the time. Because then I am bringing everything I want into my life. Other people are inspired to do the same thing. And I smile all the time. I can look in the mirror and feel good about myself, even if there's some things I want to change. Because being sexy is a feeling. And I know how to tap into that sexy feeling whenever I want to. So let's go. I'm having a sexy day today. And so it is. Take a deep breath, hold it at the top. Slowly exhale. And there is power in this silence right now. After doing all that tapping, maybe you want to get some water and hydrate, which is absolutely important when it comes to energy work. Maybe you need a little bit of a nap. Maybe you just need to just sit in silence for a little bit. Maybe you need to journal. Whatever it is, make sure that you take this with you all day and you feel incredibly sexy. I did not feel sexy when I was a professional model. For years, that was my profession, and I didn't feel sexy. In fact, I felt ugly. I think it verged on body dysmorphic disorder. I was always finding things wrong about myself whenever I looked in the mirror. When I was at my most unattractive, essentially physically, that I could ever have been in my life, being on chemotherapy with a shaved head, hardly any muscle mass, I did not physically feel I necessarily would have looked very good. But actually, it was the turning point in my life that, for a number of factors, not just because I used EFT or self-compassion work or anything, it was other factors and people as well. And all of that as an embodiment just made me feel so freaking hot. I can't even tell you, like, it just felt so good to be me. I had everything going in the direction that I needed it to go in. And even though there were some challenges, and there have been challenges, since then as well, I have just kept going with that mindset and that sexy way of living. I take pictures now and I feel more attractive than I did when I was a professional model. I used to have really expensive makeup artists that would work with me, that like some people wouldn't even get a chance to work with. I was dripping in some incredible designer pieces sometimes on some photo shoots, but feeling sexy is just like immersing yourself in just feeling loved up about life, loved up about yourself, because you're seeing how much you're accomplishing, where you're going in life, and how much better it's gonna get. That's sexy. When we're talking about that sexiness of like being with a partner or something like that, when you feel really good about yourself and you feel really hyped up and like super sexy goddess power, that person you're with is not going to know what's hit them, because you're not going into the bedroom wanting to turn the lights off. You want to turn those lights up. You want them to see you because you are sexy. You haven't got a problem telling that person what you want in the bedroom because you feel sexy. Sexy is confidence. When you're going out on a date and they tell you that you look amazing and they think you're the best thing since sliced bread, you're going to take that compliment. And you're not going to take it in a way that's like, yeah, I know, because I'm sexy. It's more of a feeling that is just so empowering to know that you don't have to then put that person down because they feel a certain way about you. Maybe sometimes your partner will tell you that you're sexy and you won't necessarily feel it. Well, isn't that great? You have this amazing person in your life that's also your cheerleader, that's there to remind you how sexy you are. So it works on every single level. And also, feeling sexy can help the little old lady at the bus stop, because you are feeling super powered, pumped up, sexy lady. You're gonna flirt. Flirting does not need to be sexual. Flirting is a way to make someone feel better about themselves, to empower themselves. So no matter who I'm speaking to, when I talk to somebody that I've just met, something like that, little old lady at the bus stop, little old lady at the supermarket, let's say, you're gonna say something nice about her. She's standing right next to you. Oh, love, can you grab that can of beans for me? They're too high. Absolutely, you can grab those can of beans. And you can also tell her how beautiful that dress is. Be sexy. And spread that sexy around. And the more you tap into your sexy, you can't go back. I'm so sorry, but you've now rewired yourself into this sexy, powerful goddess, and there's nothing you can do about it. The person that you're with or you're gonna be with, they're really going to enjoy how sexy you feel about yourself, and they're not going to feel inferior when they tell you you're beautiful or sexy, because it's going to be a turn on. It's going to feel good to them that they can say that to a woman, and then the woman doesn't go, oh, but no, but that's not sexy. At the end of the day, a masculine energy wants to, in a sense, save that feminine energy. They are there to save the day, to scoop them up in their arms, to protect. That is part of their energetic makeup. But they don't want to be carrying you every few minutes. They don't want to give you a compliment and for you to throw it back in their face. So that sexiness is going to spread wide and far. You're going to take it into your business. You're going to flirt with your boss. You're going to flirt with your girlfriends. You're going to make them feel incredible too, because you feel incredible, because you choose to feel incredible. And that is about tapping into your inner sexy. I am on Instagram, I am on TikTok, and you can find me anywhere, all over social media. Thank you so much. Have an incredible week and have, more importantly, an incredible sexy day.